Hey guys, welcome to the Money Zone. I'm your host, Folasade, the Accountability Accountant, guys, and I'm so excited and so blessed to be with you guys on this amazing Tuesday, guys. So on today's topic, I'm so excited to talk about this because there's a lot going on right now, guys, so we really need to have this discussion, right? So on today's topic, we're going to talk about a few reasons why we are having financial setbacks as small business owners. So this conversation may be a bit off-putting or a little bit uncomfortable for some of you guys that are not accustomed to holding yourselves accountable to your decision making or your choices, but we need to tune in because for us to be extremely successful and enjoy the life that we desire, we have to look at what set us back so we won't make the same mistakes twice, right? One of my goals is to inform you guys of as much as I know and from many of the mistakes and challenges that I've had throughout my journey, so you guys won't make the same mistakes that I made. Okay, wish somebody would have taught me some stuff. So on today's show, we're going to talk about some of the reasons why you small business owners are having financial setbacks. And then on segment 2, we're going to talk about the government shutdown and things like that. So if you know of a small business owner or you are a prospective business owner that needs to hear about this, or if you having personal financial setbacks and you need to hear about this, then you want to tune in. And if you're watching us on any of the social media platforms, please like the video. And if you guys can head over to our YouTube channel, which is Folasade TV, head over there, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you're watching us live, like the video, guys. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take our first little break, get myself situated, and then I will be right back. Hey loves, it's your girl Folasade, the Accountability Accountant, and I want to say thank you so much for tuning in to tonight's episode of The Money Zone. If you know, I know, you should have shared that video up with your friend or your family because our goal is to build generational wealth. So do me one favor, share the video and subscribe to our mailing list by clicking the link below. Hey loves, it's your girl Folasade, the Accountability Accountant, and I want to say thank you so much for tuning in to tonight's episode of The Money Zone. If you know, I know, you should have shared that video up with your friend or your family because our goal is to build generational wealth. So do me one favor, share the video and subscribe to our mailing list by clicking the link below. Hey guys, welcome to the Money Zone. I'm your host, Folasade, the Accountability Accountant, guys. And on today's show, guys, we're going to talk about we have two topics today, two segments. On segment one, we're going to talk about reasons why so many of you are having financial setbacks. So if you guys know me or if you're new to me, every time, I need to prepare you guys for something, I have the discussion here. So we're going to talk about some of the reasons why you guys are having financial setbacks and what we need to do right now with all this mess that's happening so we can prepare for 2024 and kind of get things under control. So if you know of a small business owner or somebody that's always having financial setbacks, that have not been able to achieve their goals, then today's show is the one that you guys want to definitely share with them. Okay. So let's really be honest, guys. If you look like me a little bit, we were kind of held back, right? But we're in like the 21st century with Google and individuals like myself, content creators, and so many opportunities out there for you guys to really get in tune with your financial health. But what I'm finding is that that's not still happening. You guys are still taking shortcuts and you're still trying to find the get rich quick scheme, and you're still trying to want to be rich overnight, and you want to be like your top influencer and the perfect family influencer. Like, we have issues, right? But we're not going to dive into all of those things, but we're going to dive into some of the reasons why I believe why you and your business cannot get afloat because you keep having setbacks. So number one reason why you guys are constantly having setbacks is because you lack the ongoing financial education that you guys need. So when you guys start that business, right, you probably started it without consulting with an accountant. I know the majority of you did. So you've probably jumped and you heard someone online say, oh yeah, just register your business as an LLC, or just get your business as an S Corp. Just do this, just do this. And that's exactly what you did. So what had happened was, when you started the company, you ended up registering it online using a free software, but you failed to grasp the business acumen and the financial education that you need to manage that business. So right off the bat, I know that one of the setbacks that you guys had was that you didn't get your QuickBooks. You didn't hire an accountant. So by the time you filed your first year tax return, you more than likely didn't have your paperwork in order. You probably also didn't know that you have various tax due dates when your tax returns needed to file, if you should or if you had to file a tax return. So having this ongoing financial knowledge is important for the overall success of your company. I don't care if you are e-commerce, if you're drop shipping, if you are online coach, or you are therapist, or whatever your industry is, guys, you have to have some financial knowledge. Because the moment you make your first 20,000 a month, or your first 10,000 a month, or your first 5,000 a month, you're not going to know what to do with it. The moment, let's really be honest. And I'm just a very transparent person. If I wasn't an accountant, guys, the moment I started my business, I would have been confused and perplexed, just like you. So one of the reasons why many of you guys are having financial setbacks is because you skip the steps in sitting down with an accountant like myself to go through the ins and outs of your business. What are your compliance requirements? When are your due dates? Okay, so is this business structure even beneficial for me? This particular year, guys, I see so many S Corps getting caught up because they're not running payroll and they're not doing things that they're supposed to be doing. And so their S Corp elections are being revoked. And they're being revoked because they did not acquire the financial education that they needed at that particular time when they converted their business over to an S Corp. So to be frank with you guys, one of the reasons why you're having setbacks is because you didn't gain the financial education that you needed. Guys, I have to be honest with you. If you're winging this business without an accountant, without an attorney, and without your trusted advisors, you may not get to the level that you aspire to. Or what you would end up doing is getting to the $500,000 and then losing it all. getting to $1 million and then losing it all. I know you guys are like, that's impossible, Folasade. That's impossible. No, it's not, guys. I see it behind the scenes so many times. $1 million companies have gotten bad advice, didn't have an accountant, or they hired the wrong accountant. But the longing issue was they didn't have enough financial knowledge of their own to know what's going on. So my first challenge for all of you guys, if you know you're struggling with financial education and you are a business owner, the first thing you guys need to do is get on my calendar. You need to work with an accountant. If you're not want to work with me, that's fine. Go and find the accountant that fits you, right? And pick their brain. Ask them all of those questions that you guys Googled, okay? And here's the thing. When you guys Google tax related and accounting related information, it may not, there's like a 90% chance that it may not be correct. And the reason why is because it may not be applicable to your business. It may not be applicable to your situation. So when you guys go and Google, should I register my business as an LLC? How would they know how much income your business made? What is your industry? What works best for you? Oh, can I write off my mileage to and from this? How do they know? Google don't know. Google is not an accountant. So guys, I know we have all of these online tools and resources, but the major resource is having your own accountant, your own attorney, and your own trusted advisors. So that's one of the major setbacks. And let's really be honest. A lot of you guys got the PPPs, you got the ERCs, you got all of those things because you lack the financial education, or you didn't have an accountant like myself and was like, oh, hell nah, you don't qualify. So you went and got something, or you went and got that G-Wagon and you couldn't afford it because you didn't have the financial education or a relationship with your own accountant to know if that stuff was applicable for you. Guys, let me be very honest with you. You've probably heard a lot of people online tell you guys that the rich don't pay taxes and they don't do this and they write off everything. Guys, it is pure hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of strategy that goes along with very wealthy or big companies being able to write off everything. But just because you purchase that vehicle does not mean you get to write it off. Or just because you incurred an expense, that does not mean you write it off. And most successful people never buys things specifically to write it off. What they do is they identify a need for the company. Oh, well, the company needs 50 new Apple MacBooks, laptops for our team. Oh, yeah, so they can all network together, do this, do that. And then guess what? They purchase those computers, and then those computers are in turn a write-off. But you guys are doing the latter. You guys are, oh, let me go buy a $1,500 MacBook, and then you're attempting to write it off, but then you're not realizing that that $1,500 MacBook is not giving you the benefit of the tax write-off like you anticipated. This is why you don't buy stuff just to write it off. Is a strategy behind it all. Do not be fooled. I've been trying to warn you guys for over 7 years. I've been talking to you guys. I came online in 2013, 2012, something like, actually longer than that, I think. I forgot the first platform that we did live streaming. I've been teaching you guys, and you guys got duped over the past 2 years thinking you could just write off everything. Yes, you can take deductions, but you don't go buy it and then try to write it off. You first get the strategy first to confirm that you can write it off, and the amount that you need to write off, and the benefit of that write-off, and identify, okay, well, if I buy $1,500 worth of stuff, I'm only going to get $100 tax deduction. Does it benefit? Or $100 tax savings? So spending $1,500 give you $100 tax savings. Is it really worth it? But that's what a lot of you guys did. And the reason why is because you lack the financial education that you guys need, and you fail to sit with an accountant and discuss the needs. Remember, guys, in my last live stream, I mentioned to you guys the trick to the tax code is being able to line up your lifestyle and look at your lifestyle and say, oh, well, I volunteer. Okay, so what things could I write off as a volunteer? Don't just go volunteer just to write off stuff. We're wasting time and we're doing things backwards. So the first setback that a lot of small business owners and individuals are having and not being able to reach their goals is because, one, you lack the ongoing financial education. So guys, let me show you this. I'm going to share my screen really quick. This is from, one second, IFAC, the International Federation of Accountants, right? They say the cost of financial literacy. It says April is Financial Literacy Month in the US, and a recent study uncovered the staggering cost of financial literacy. The National Financial Education Council conducted a survey asking American adults to estimate how much money they had lost during the year 2022 because of a lack of financial knowledge. 3,001 people responded to the survey between October 23rd and December 5th, 2022. The average estimated amount of money that lacking knowledge about personal finances cost people was $1,819. Extrapolating the results to represent the 254 million adults who live in the US, the lack of financial literacy cost Americans a total of $436 billion in 2022. I'm going to read that again. The US, all of us, because of our overall lack of financial literacy, cost each one of us, a collective as a whole, $436 billion. And that ranges, guys, from all different avenues: overpaying, overspending on credit cards, all sorts of things, getting scammed, making bad investments, all sorts of things. It says the simple result is that financial literacy costs money. Although it's difficult to quantify the exact cause of global financial literacy, the economic and social impacts are profound. Lower savings and investments, since financially literate individuals often lack knowledge to make informed decisions about savings and investing. You guys end up having higher debt amounts, higher bankruptcy rates for individuals with limited financial knowledge. And it also says it also disproportionately affects lower income and marginalized populations. So guys, your lack of financial literacy is costing the United States of America $436 billion. See, it's not costing the government $436 billion. It's costing us out of our individual pockets, our money, our dough. We're losing. They said per individual, we're each losing at a minimum of $1,819 in last year in 2022 because we lack financial knowledge. That is key, guys, for you to achieve the level of success or whatever comfort or whatever your goals are, for you to become financially literate. It is literally no excuse, guys. Okay. The second issue I'm finding that you guys are having all of us are having financial setbacks, right? Or whoever's having financial setbacks is because you guys are not being extremely resourceful. Okay. During tough times, breeds strong individuals and the next generation of multimillionaires. So when your businesses are in tough times, a lot of you guys try to spend your way out of it. Oh, well, let me go hire this coach, or let me go do this Facebook ad, or let me go and do this, or let me go do this. You spend your way out of it. And I gave you guys my concept of SOUL, strength, opportunities, and weaknesses. You guys always have to evaluate what are your strengths at that time, what are your opportunities at that time, and what are your weaknesses at that time. If it is your strength, then you should do it to save money. If there's an opportunity, you may need to put money to that opportunity to make money. You may have to invest in maybe a design of some sort, or maybe a funnel of some sort of something, right? But if there's opportunity, and that opportunity may not be hiring another coach. The opportunity is when they have a direct relationship to you making money, not an opportunity to learn. I think you guys are getting opportunities mixed up now, especially in the business world. And the last thing is one of your weaknesses. If you continue on, let's say if marketing is one of your weaknesses, right? And you know you fail to market and you struggle, you don't know what you're doing, you may need to outsource that. You may need to hire somebody that's familiar with, or you need to maybe take a coaching class or something to learn how to market, right? But you cannot afford to not learn how to market. So guys, when you are trying to now come up, use my concept of strength, opportunities, and weaknesses. And your strengths you do. Especially if you need to save money, your strengths you do. And the strengths is not just your personal strengths, it's your team strengths. Okay? Your opportunities, you may have to put money out so you can make that money back. And then the weaknesses, may have to pay somebody so you can learn it. You cannot be in business and don't know how to market your company. If you are struggling right now in marketing your company, you might as well close your doors. If you're scared to market your company, you might as well close your doors today. Just get off just stop playing business right now. So you guys are having financial setbacks because you're not sitting back and evaluating what exactly do you need, both professionally, personally, and I think I said this before. I'm not going to say it this time. I was going to say businessly, but that's not a word. And in your business, what exactly do you need? And this is where accountability come into place. So some of you are having financial setbacks is because you refuse to sit back and evaluate your strengths, your opportunities, and your weaknesses. So if your strength is writing proposals and your business is struggling right now, market writing proposal services. Hey guys, I see some of you guys are trying to get government grants or trying to do this or trying to connect with the brand. If you guys didn't know, I offer proposal services. Hit me up, $375 for a 2-page proposal. That's marketing. And you didn't have to buy a course, buy a new program, buy this software and all of that to add on another service. See, this is why building you guys' business acumen. Over the years, I've been trying to build you guys' business acumen, but I don't know what has happened over the years. But we got to get business. We got to get going. Because a lot of you guys are putting out all of your financial resources because number one, you lack the financial literacy, but let's really be honest. You lack the business acumen that you need. So you're making very poor investments. So number one thing that you guys need to do, write it down. I wish I had my printout. Y'all, I'll bring it to y'all. Just write down strengths, opportunities, and weaknesses and just list them all out. List them all out. What are your weaknesses? If it's marketing, sales, communicating with clients, writing, write it down. If you have opportunities to partner with people, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about opportunities to hire another coach. Stop. I'm talking about opportunities to partner with people, opportunities for joint ventures and speaking gigs and to speak on other people's platforms or to do a program with somebody. Those are opportunities, right? And then your strengths are what you and your team are great at. This is the time for you guys to sit back and take advantage of my concept, strengths, opportunities, and weaknesses. And see, guys, the reason why I say you have to learn how to sow is because when you are fully aligned with your God-given purpose, you will know how to sow your resources, sow your time. That's the concept of sow. You need to know where to put your money and stuff in, okay? So that's the number 2 reason why you guys are having financial setbacks in your business, because one, you lack financial education. Number 2, you're not resourceful enough because you don't have strong business acumen. Just posting on social media does not mean you know how to run a business, okay? The third thing that you guys are struggling with that is causing you guys to have a financial setback is because you guys have a poor money mindset. And I know you guys have heard me say this years ago. I have not said this concept recently, but guys, your mindset with money matters. If you guys are new to my platform, you don't know I was poor, broke, disgusted. I've been almost lost my home, my car. My car was repossessed. Okay. Everything. I've been through hell and back. So I can really speak on coming from the bottom and struggling and building an actual business step, day for day, struggle for struggle. And what I'm noticing, okay, is that you guys what I noticed on my journey is that you have to have a good relationship with money. When I started to make money in my company, guys, because I could never be able to pay my household bills, I would get mail and never open it. I will get mail and never open it. I know my bills are due, guys, and I would never pay my bills, even if I had the money, guys. I had a poor mindset with money. I had a poor relationship with money, that even with me having the money, I was afraid, I was scared to even pay my bills. And I know some of you are like wondering probably why you take so long to pay your bills, or why you pay the bills late every time. It's because we haven't, or you haven't necessarily healed from your past financial trauma. And because I didn't have the money to pay my bills, right? I never wanted to open up the bill, the envelope, to see what it was, right? So I used to do that. And so when we shifted to automatic payments, I still till this day, guys, refuse to do automatic drafting. I still have an issue with that. So one thing I want you guys to understand is that we have to tackle our past money traumas head first. So if you struggled like me growing up, and your family went without food, you've been evicted. Some of you guys don't know my story. I've been evicted 10 times in 12 years of my life. So I've always moved. So when I first bought my little house here, the first 5 years, I never put up pictures. I never made it a home, because I didn't know if I was going to be able to keep it. You know what I mean? Because I've always been evicted everywhere, or couldn't afford, or had to, run off before the marshals took my stuff growing up. So if you guys have past trauma like me, I get it, but we have to tackle it so we can stop self-sabotaging. So here is the thing, guys. If you want to have a positive money mindset, it first start with deep diving and writing down all of your past traumas. So mine's looks something like this. Oh, on days I came home from school, I realized my mother couldn't eat because she was waiting for me to eat. I moved and I listed every place I moved, every issue I had in my life. I only had $40 to grocery shop every 2 weeks. This is my real life story. Every 2 weeks, my family only gave me $40 to survive off for every 2 weeks, me and my mom. So I wrote down all of the issues that I had. Then when I started to make money, right, I used to overspend. So I kind of tried to make up for the lack when I finally made money. So I bought designer and I overspent, and, ended up getting a credit card and, misused that. So you write down, guys, everything that you have experienced in your life. And I need you guys to look at it and no longer be afraid of going back there. Because what's happening is that we've gotten to this point, but we're so afraid to go back to here. So we don't pay our bills on time because we don't want to have a lower amount of money, or we don't want to pay our bills on time because we never really felt comfortable, never had the money to pay our bills on time. So guys, once you do a deep dive of all the personal trauma that you went through with your money, guys, you will end up saying, oh my gosh, here is why, I don't pay my bills on time. Wow, because every time I didn't have the money, or I had to go on a payment arrangement, whatever it is, write it down, guys, because we have to clear that. It's just like saying that you want to be the best mom in the world or the best dad in the world, but you don't look at the things that your mom and your dad did that you didn't like. Okay. And so how are you going to be the best mom and dad to your child when you didn't go back and evaluate what would you have done differently if you were the parent during your childhood? So we have to go back, guys, and look at all of our past traumas. And it's going to be hard. This may take 2 months. You're going to cry. You're probably going to want to splurge, but don't splurge. If you guys get the inclination to spend, right? That means that when times are tough, you make yourself feel good by buying. So you might have a lot of credit card debt if that's the case. So if that's your trigger of problems is buying, you're going to have an issue. So you need to now probably, remove your cards from Amazon. You understand? You may have to take extra steps, okay, if you purchase from pain. Okay, so guys, we have to face our problems head on. And then once you guys do that, right, the next step you guys need to end up doing is now attempt to get a financial routine. And that financial routine may be Sunday night. You grab your Sunday little wine to prepare for the week, or your little water, whatever you want to do in your little routine. And you just look at what bills are coming out for this week. Okay. And then you also look at the bills that's due for the whole month and also compare to your income. Once you do that every Sunday, you'll know how much, and you'll get comfortable with looking at your bank account and your amount, and you'll get comfortable. Then Fridays, I would say, look back at your patterns of spending. Did you eat a lot? Where did the money go? Look at the money. And once you guys do that, you'll eventually start to get comfortable, because you're going to end up playing tricks on it. So you're going to look at it as fun. Let me just do this because Folasade said to do it. And then eventually just become a routine. And then once you do that, you're going to say, damn, I spent too much on food. Let me stop. Well, dang, I shouldn't have shopped. Why did I shop? I wasn't feeling bad. I'm okay. Well, let me take this back. You're going to start to really say, wow, I spent this much. This why I can't do what I want to do. This why I'm not able to travel. Okay. So guys, let me be really honest with you. If you don't break those chains now, I don't care how much money you have, you're going to always overspend. And especially when it comes down to my women. Remember, women, a lot of females are saying, oh, they want a 6-figure man, right? Let me connect the dots. What I realized, guys, is our 6 figures, our 100,000, a woman's 100,000 is a man's 40,000. And the reason why is because of our maintenance. Our maintenance is like 15 to 20,000 a year. If you go and calculate how much money you spend on your hair, your nails, and all the stuff, and multiply that by 12 months, you will realize your 100K is a man's 40K. A man don't, like, they will need the 6 figures, but our spending is different. So women, we have to really look at our spending patterns. Men, y'all don't really spend as much unless y'all partying a lot, but you accumulate that. If you're partying a lot, if you're betting, I'm seeing a lot of betting. A lot of men are doing that sports betting, and some of y'all are losing. Be mindful of that, okay? Okay. Yes. Okay, and then last but not least, guys, before we go into our break, and see, guys, one thing, this is a bit technical, and I'm not going to apologize, but you guys have to get used to, if you're new to my content, I do very technical stuff. Like, I really teach you guys. It's not always fun, sugarcoat and stuff, right? I get down to the core so we can break barriers and break chains and make money and build generational wealth. I will have fun a lot of times, but we have to be mindful that I have to have these conversations with you guys, okay? So I know it's a lot. I apologize, okay? But yes, let's rock this thing on out. Okay, so the last thing, and this is major, especially in the minority community, right, is taking care of family and friends. And that's considered the AKA black tax, right? The black tax is when you're the first successful person in your family and you end up taking care of everybody else. Guys, I'm not against you taking care of anybody, right? But what I am against is of you spending too much to take care of them. And then also the return on that. Are they using that money to go party and live this lavish lifestyle, acting like they the number one? But it is an old song. Well, they started out there or whatever. They rich or whatever you guys call it or whatever, right? How are they spending the money? If you know it's someone that in your family that's going to school, they handling their business, doing what they're supposed to be doing, yes, look out. But if they're bum under the sun and you know they're just partying and trying to live the lifestyle and be an influencer on social media with no money, no influence, right? Then you may need to think twice about, giving them money, right? And I think it was a post, it was a post the other day that I saw on Instagram. It was one of them basketball players. I forgot his name. He said that he regret buying his mother a big house and really supporting her when he got his first NBA check. Here's why. And I understand where he's coming from. Guys, we cannot make up for the past. You had trauma yesterday. Buying something today does not relieve you of what happened from yesterday. Yesterday's already done. So yes, your mother, your father, your cousin, they helped you make it to where you are. But that doesn't mean you have to be financially irresponsible, okay, to show that you appreciate them, okay? You don't have to be. And then let's really be honest. The moment the money dry up, you're not going to be able to go to none of them to help you out anyway. So you have to kind of just really weigh everybody. I would rather say, give somebody a little bit of money to bite, right? Maybe like $1,000, $2,000. See how they handle that. If they go and start a business or go do something amazing, then hey, hands down, help them out, right? But if they go and splurge and party, you see them popping bottles, lost cause. I don't recommend you investing into them. Okay, but you guys have to have discernment when it comes down to that. But one thing you don't do is give anybody your last. I don't care who it is. Simply because we're in a world where nobody's going to come and save you but yourself these days, guys. And I'm not that type of person that really believe in only supporting myself. But what I'm finding is that because you guys are the breadwinners, you guys are the successful ones, nobody is really looking to you for you to need them. So the reality is, if you was to look back and be like, hey, because I had that happen. Like, it's still people that might be watching me right now that owe me money. They not even looking like, oh, Folasade, might I need that money back? Yes, I do. I don't care how much it is. Okay, how much money I got, I need that money back. But because you're the breadwinner, they're not going to look to you ever needing them. And the reality is, the only way you will never need them if you set yourself up financially. But if you give without setting yourself up financially, you're going to be broke, poor, and you're going to regret your decisions. You're going to end up regretting it. Okay, and nobody's going to come and save you guys. I'm sorry. If you guys can already see what's happening, nobody's going to come and save us, okay? So guys, what I'm about to do, I'm going to take a quick little 5-minute break. I went over a little bit. I'm going to stop the Instagram, okay? And I'm going to talk about the government shutdown. So guys, I know you guys want to hear this. And look, I warned you guys about this government shutdown. See, they've been prolonging it since I mentioned it. When I mentioned they were looming I'm going to try to find a video. Hopefully my team is organized and I can find it in our video, right? When I warned you guys about the government shutdown about 4 months ago, right? They've been trying to prevent it. Don't think that, oh, we're just here because it just happened. No, they've been trying to prevent this stuff for over 5 months. I pre-warned you guys. For everybody that took my advice and started saving, started stashing, started cutting back on expenses and really getting more productive and trying to make more money, you guys did the do thing, and I'm so proud of you. That's why I try to tell you guys the first time I get a whiff of it, so we can prepare ourselves. And for all of you guys that are just coming to my content, that's fine. I'm going to warn you about the next one, okay? So you can be prepared. But we're going to talk about that when I come back from my break. So guys, I'm going to stop the Instagram. I'm going to take a 5-minute break, and we'll be right back.
I didn't realize how much help that I needed when I started my business. Like, I knew I couldn't do it by myself, but I didn't know to the extent of how much help I would need. So this is why your accounting is so important, because it's the difference between you being a one-man band for the rest of your life and you being able to hire your next right-hand man. And see, so for example, like me, I'm a service provider. So if I hire another individual in my office, the next thing would be someone that has a CPA or an enrolled agent, someone with the credentials of my caliber, right? So I can now officially somewhat delegate everything to them, right? And so it costs to hire an accountant. It costs. I'm gonna have to pay them no less than maybe 70 G's. So while all of you entrepreneurs thinking that it's so easy to really grow your business, now I already have $100,000 in payroll already. So when I add on another 70, so that's now taking my total payroll to $250,000. And so while you small businesses think that it's a game to level up and grow your businesses, when it's time for you to sacrifice that $70,000 to pay somebody, you're not willing to do so. So you stay where you are.
Nobody right now, when we are in this day and time, should be hating on nobody or should be judged. All of us have the same 24 hours. All of us have the same opportunities. Now, the moment that Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube start charging us to use their platform is the moment that we all can't say we have the same opportunity. But right now, we all have the same opportunity. So what is stopping you from doing what you need to do in hustle? What's stopping y'all? First of all, stop watching everybody. So when you are not where you are, where you want to be in life, guys, it's a difference between watching people to get motivation and watching people and start to develop hate. Because you guys can watch so much to the point where you forget that for you to get to their level, you have to do work. So you begin to hate. So what is it? What do we need to do? And I think the first thing we all need to do is accept accountability. Accept accountability for where you are right now. If you're not happy, write down why. If you're not financially stable, write down why. So like me, I had to do an evaluation of myself. I said, okay, I'm pretty consistent, I'm pretty disciplined, but not as bad as consistent and disciplined as I could be. So guess what I wrote down? Be more consistent. Be more disciplined. Hey guys, welcome back to The Money Zone. I'm your host, Folasade, the Accountability Accountant, guys, and I'm so excited and still blessed. I'm a little tired, wore out, right? But I'm so excited to be back with you guys. So if you guys are just tuning in, to the show. On segment 1, we talked about a lot of setbacks that you guys have when achieving your financial goals in your businesses, right? And so I did a deep dive. I gave you guys a lot of my, because some of you are new to my story, new to my contents. I gave you guys some of my back history, all of the struggles, and that's not even half of the story, guys, right? But I gave you guys some of the things that I struggle with, and was a bit transparent about what financial issues I went through, right? Okay, you guys are not alone, but we talked about it, and you guys want to check that out. If you know you have not been able to get to the next level with your business financially, you've been able to make 50,000, but you couldn't get to the 100,000. You may have to go through my concept of SOW. You may have to see what money blocks you're having, or see, are you self-sabotaging and just overspending and just being irresponsible because you don't know where to sow your finances. So guys, you definitely want to check that out. But right now we're about to get into it, guys. I know you guys have been waiting for me to talk about it. We're going to talk about the government shutdown, but let me let you know, guys, I warned you guys about this on February. So let me share my screen really quick so you guys can see my live stream that I did on February. I actually warned you guys February that the government was looming to a shutdown. Okay. In February, I warned you guys. So I ended up giving you guys March, April, May, June, July, August, 6 months to prepare for where we are right now. And let's really be honest. The moment that I mentioned it, they started increasing interest rates. The feds just started doing all sorts of things to prevent the government from shutting down. So everything since my live stream in February have just been preventative methods. And some of you guys are going to hate me when I say this because you may be impacted by the shutdown, but I want them to shut it down because it's too much. We're overspending. If you guys watch one of my last videos I did where we looked at the amount of debt that we are incurring, the amount of debt, the amount of credit card debt that we are holding, it's ridiculous. Like, we have to get under control, guys. And I also mentioned that just because they are irresponsible does not mean that we have to also be irresponsible. And the fact that we are irresponsible financially, the government like, oh, they overspending on credit card, they doing this, they don't care, let's just do this. So we showing them that, okay, we overspend, y'all can overspend too, guys. So let's dive into this government shutdown. So let me share my video really quick, and then we're about to get into this, guys. Hold on, let's see if this is the right one. Okay, so all right, now I had to find where it says, okay, now I'm testing out this little thing, guys. Let's see. Who's shut down? Hold on, let me play for a little. Criminal attorney. I can't fight y'all against criminal charges, right? So you're going to need a criminal attorney. Some of y'all are doing some criminal stuff on y'all taxes and you don't even realize it's wire fraud. It's bank fraud. It's so many different frauds. And I appreciate you guys too. So we are here, guys. We have so much to deal with. Then they haven't really approved any of the credits. So the housing, first-time home buyers credit haven't been approved. The student loan, all of that stuff have been approved. Because between you and us, guys, the government is really close to a shutdown. See, guys, I secretly told y'all. Let me tell y'all something. I secretly told y'all. And I don't speak proper English like everybody, okay, guys? But I do my research. I said between you and us, guys, like I secretly told you guys, the government is looming for a shutdown. This was February 21st when I told you guys that. And I told you guys they didn't want you guys to know. So let me finish playing the video. And I tell you guys, every time you watch my show, I'm the first to tell y'all everything. Whoever been watching me for years, y'all are 3 years ahead of everybody. 3 years ahead of tax deductions. Everybody just learned how to hire their child in 2020. I've been teaching y'all since 2016 how to hire y'all child. Everybody was talk about the PPP stuff. The moment it was approved 2 years before, I told you guys how to avoid it, how not to do the fraud, walk you guys through every step of the form that they will have you guys complete. I warn you guys about everything that's happening. So let me go back to this video so we could be on the same page. Because between me, you, and us, guys, that was me secretly telling you guys. Let me try to do a quick little rewind. Oh, I probably want to start with my glasses, y'all, because I cannot see. So the housing, first time home buyers credit haven't been approved. The student loan, all of that stuff have been approved. Because between you and us guys, the government is really close to a shutdown. So we're close to a shutdown. There's scrutinized tax credits to recover the economy. All of our funding is going out of the country. And so now we are here to fend for ourselves. And the way for you guys to be in control when we have so much happening is to make sure that you stay on top of the things that you are in control over. So you in control over the amount of knowledge you have. You in all right, let me stop. You guys gonna have to go back and watch that video on my YouTube channel. I think I did it on February 21st. Of 2023, when I warned you guys that the government is looming of a shutdown. This is before they even mentioned it. And every month since then, they've been doing it. So let me share my screen really quick so we can go and do a deep dive. So the first thing I want to do is, first of all, go over, for some of you that's not familiar of the impact of a government shutdown or what it means. We're going to learn collectively, and I'm going to read it from a very good source, which is the Brookings Institute, right? So it says here, what is a government shutdown and why are we likely to have one? Okay. It says Congress appears to be on track. Well, no, let me skip that part. Why do government shutdowns happen? Under the Anti-Deficiency Act, initially passed in 1884 and amended in 1950, federal agencies cannot spend or obligate any money without an appropriation or other approval from Congress. When Congress fails to enact the 12 annual appropriation bills, federal agencies must cease all non-essential functions until Congress acts. This is known as a government shutdown. If Congress enacts some, but not all of the 12 of all if Congress enacts some, but not all of the 12 appropriation bills, only agencies without appropriations have to shut down. This is known as a partial shutdown. Okay. It says during shutdowns, many federal employees are told not to report for work. Remember, y'all, people are furloughed and all of that stuff, kind of the same thing. Though under a 2019 law, they get paid retroactively when the shutdown ends. Government employees who provide what are deemed essential services, such as air traffic control, law enforcement, continue to work, but don't get paid until Congress takes action to end the shutdown. At this I need to wear my glasses, guys. I literally wear glasses. All this applies only to the roughly 25% of federal spending that's subject to annual appropriations. It says shutdowns can be disruptive, leading to delays in processing applications for passports, small business loans, or government benefits, shuttered visit centers, and bathrooms at national parks, fewer food safety inspections, and various inconveniences. Shutdowns are sufficiently likely that the White House of Management and Budget posts detailed contingency plans. So they always create a contingency plan when there is a government shutdown looming, okay? So right now, we're here, okay? It says, why does a shutdown look likely? And I already talked about that. We have a lot going on. We know why. There's a lot going on. So with that being said, guys, what exactly can you do right now? Number one, do a budget. I need you guys. Many of you wake up every day with so much financial uncertainty because you refuse to get a one sheet of paper. I don't care what type of system you guys use. I'm not that person. I need you guys to start where you are. Just grab a piece of paper and put income. What is your net pay that you bring home into your house every month? What is the amount that you can take out consistently from your business into your house every month? I need you guys to figure that out. Then you need to list out all of your essential bills. The difference between the two shows whether or not you have enough income to cover your household expenses. The reason why I need you guys to do this is because some of you, if the government shut down on Friday night, will not get paid, and we don't know for how long. So I want you guys to know how much money you're going to need to sustain if the government do not pay you for a month, or they don't pay you for 2 weeks. And for all of my business owners that are government contractors, same thing goes for you. You need to be doing a budget. Actually, all of us need to be doing a revisit of our budget right now, because we're only in control over what we can bring in at this present moment, what we are capable of. So if you are a business owner, you free for all, go hustle. But if you're a government contractor specifically, you may need to add on other various sources of income. That's another reason why I hate when a business is solely reliant on one big company or one big industry. Or like, for example, if the government is your only client, if they shut down or no longer need your contract, what happens? That's another reason why I don't take on large, big 20, 30, 40, $50 million businesses. I don't, because the fees won't even be worth it. Then I will have to cut back to my other clients so I can take on your service. Then no. Then I'm going to be reliant on your money every month. Oh, no. What you're not going to do is have me reliant on anybody's one thing. So I set my business up, guys. So even if I lose a client tomorrow, 3 clients tomorrow, my company will not close. If I lose 5 clients tomorrow, my company will not close. I need you guys to think like this. If you lose 3 clients tomorrow, where would you be at? If your job don't pay you, how much money do you have saved? And remember, some of your jobs are government contractors. So if the government don't pay your employer may not be able to pay you. So it's a ripple effect. So I just basically need everybody that is watching this video, for us to be in control over our finances. I need you guys to do a budget, and I'm stressing this. Once you guys do that budget, then you will know, okay, holy cow, Folasade was right. I need to bring in an extra $500 every month to cover these expenses, or I need to cut back $500 and then I'm fine. If the $500 in access expenses is, sorry, Peacock, Zeus, now that's TV. Y'all can tell what I watch. Now that's TV. All of those extra stuff, then you might need to cut a few back. You know what I mean? Cut a few back. Okay, ask to borrow a friend's Zeus account or something like that, right? Do something, but you may have to cut something back. Or what you can do is, what I encourage is for you to start a side hustle. You guys have gifts that you've been blessed with. So many of you guys can draw, you can write, you can create systems. You guys have gifts that you've been working on, these jobs that you have. It is now time to turn those gifts into businesses. And the trick is, guys, you don't need an EIN or a LLC to start making money on social media. All you guys need is your social media account. Yes, remember, this country is free enterprise, meaning you can sell money on the street as long as you can sell anything on the street and make money, as long as you pay your fair share of taxes. So don't get caught. I need to register LLC. No, you don't, Pooh. You got a PayPal account, you got an email, you got a PayPal account. Set up the services online and keep it going. We're in this time, guys, when we have to be creative. And if you guys are new to me, I don't believe in, and I'm sorry, you relying on the government for a thing. My mother said the government take care of fools and babies, and none of y'all fools and ain't none of y'all babies. So we shouldn't be expecting the government to take care of us. Right? Yes, they take care of Ukraine and all of that's a whole nother topic. What I mean is really reliant on them to survive. I really need you guys to be self-sufficient right now. Starts with your budget. Once you know what income you're missing or what needs to be covered, you need to first cut back the things that are not necessary. Okay? You have to get some discipline. For all of you guys that's new to me, I love my designer digs. You're going to see me. If you see me on the street, I'm going to be decked out. Okay. I'm going to always look nice, right? When I was building my firm for 10 years, I didn't buy not one Chanel bag, not one Louis Vuitton. I didn't go travel. I didn't do anything. I sacrificed. Ask everybody around me. They dogged me out. Oh, you supposed to have a business. You supposed to do this. You supposed to do this. Yes, I was saving and building my business and my firm. So I believe in being disciplined, guys, so you can have the results that you desire later. So right now, we're not in the splurging season right now. We're in the sit back and save season, be creative season, hustle season, get our house in order season, guys, because as you guys can see, the government, even if the government do shut down or not, they still don't have things in order. They still are all over the place, still giving too much money to Ukraine, still are not funding our programs. Look at our children. We have to really take control over things now, guys. And this is across the board. So the government shut down. If you're a non-essential worker, let me see if I can figure out what the non-essential workers is. Give me 1 second. Non-essential workers. Give me 1 second. I can find it, guys. Give me 1 second. And then I'm going to close out after that, guys. Okay. Give me 1 second. So we're not in playtime. Y'all had fun with them when we had the COVID and during the pandemic. You guys had a lot of fun. You guys were splurging big time. It's now time to get disciplined, you guys. It says a shutdown would unleash a myriad of disruptions across the U.S. Shuttering, I think we read that. While non-essential federal workers and contractors, I remember I had a resource when I talked about the government a while back. I'll probably share it on my Instagram, non-essential workers, guys, because I don't feel like doing no research for that, okay? I thought I was going to be able to pull it up. So, guys, that's all I have for you guys. I just hope that you realize that we are not in control. We're kind of like puppets a little bit. Like, let me not say puppets. We are actually like mice in a maze, and the maze don't have an exit door or exit door. Because we're not in control over it. All we can do is control our actions, our income, our lifestyles, our spending, our work ethic, our discipline, and hustle right now. Save your money, okay? And do what you got to do, guys. And I think we have to start being the change that we want to see, honestly. We cannot say that we don't want the government to overspend and be reckless if we're being reckless with them. We cannot. If they see our spending going up, our spending going down, our savings going up, more people protesting about the budgets and the overspending, and they see the data to match, they're not going to have no choice but to present a solid plan to us to recover this economy, because we are duped, guys. We are actually duped, and it's far more than I can even explain. So what I may end up doing is doing some research to pull it all together to really show you guys where we went wrong. But if I recall, I think it was when it was Richard Nixon, after Richard Nixon got out of office. And I think that's when I think it was when he was in office, if I remember what I read, that's when they started shipping some of our jobs offshore. So right now we are in a series of bad decisions over centuries. Okay? We are in decades and decades and decades of bad decisions. So, guys, that's all I have for you guys. I love you guys so much. If you're interested in me possibly being your accountant, head over, call my office. The link will be in our description. If you guys enjoyed today's show, please like the video. Go to our YouTube channel, which is Folasade TV. Like the video and subscribe. If you guys want me to talk about any particular topics, just message me on Instagram. Message me on Facebook or whatever, and I'll talk about that. But yeah, guys, I love you guys. Save, budget. This is discipline time. I know it's the holiday season, guys, but we don't have to fall for that. Like, just set a budget. I always set a budget, like $200 for each kid or something, $100 for each kid, and that's it. And let them pick it. That's the trick, guys. Before I go, for all my mommies, if you're like, Folasade, you want me to budget and Christmas coming up? You know, kids don't really know how much money is unless you out here gotten them too old and too nosy in adults' business, then you're duped. That's why you're probably in trouble financially. But my kids, they think $100 is thousands. Okay. So if I were you, what I would do is maybe let them go to the store and give them their money and let them buy whatever that they want and let that be their Christmas with that $100. And then if you got 3 kids, that's $300 and that's it. And they've gotten what they wanted and you're settled. You don't have to overspend just because it's the holidays. Don't fall for that. That's what they want you to think. That's that mindset that we have to work on. That I remember my mindset was so messed up that I had to be the life. I had to be the life of the party at every party. I had to be on the scene, like our mindset. I had to be with everybody. Couldn't pass up an opportunity. If that my girlfriend called me, I had to go out, you know. But for me to get to where I am now, I had to say no to the invites. You know, I had to say no to the overspending. So guys, I love you. I will see you guys next week. And we're going to talk about, oh, hold on. Let me tell you what next week topic is going to be. Okay, so next week topic is going to be planning for the end of your 2023. And then I'll throw in what we need to do for 2024. Okay, guys, I love you guys so much. I wish you the absolute best. And remember, guys, look at my shirt. It says someone loves you. And I really do love you guys, honestly. I truly love you from the bottom of my heart. And I just wish you guys all success and everything that good that you desire in your heart. I love you guys. See you. Bye.